Today is my first day back at work. Here we go. Hello everyone and welcome back to the vlog. This was a very important day, I guess, because it was my first day back at the company, and just want to say a big thank you to whoever sent this letter to BRB for me. It really did give me a pick-me-up when I got to work that day, because it was my first day back at the company. If you're just tuning in for the first time, I've had surgery 4 weeks ago and I work for a ballet company, and as you know, coming back from surgery to ballet is quite a tricky process, even though my surgery is fairly minor and it really isn't as a big deal as I keep telling myself. It's still a struggle when you're just relearning how to walk. My knee definitely was still pretty restricted, and as you can see, my feet are pretty stiff, and finding stability back in an ankle after surgery can be quite tricky because all of the muscles and stuff haven't been used in a while, and it's crazy how much muscle strength you lose having surgery. So these next few weeks is really about building up that muscle strength so I can be stable and safe going back to dance, because nothing is necessarily repairing itself. The wounds have pretty much healed now. It's all about getting that mobility back in the ankle and the strength to support it. Hey guys, what's up? If you're new around here, my name is Hannah Martin. As some of you know, I had surgery not too long ago. It would be 4 weeks, like yesterday. So 28 days since I had surgery. I have just got back in Birmingham, my rehab. I work with the physios here. They've been giving me stuff to do at home, which if you see my previous vlog, I've been doing at home. Nothing ballet yet, but all like physical therapy. I'm here, I woke up this morning, went for coffee with my mum, and now I'm just doing my stretches and my feet exercises because I'm just trying to split up the day a little bit, because there's a lot of exercises to do and I just don't want to be in the gym the whole day feeling like quite beige. So I'm going to do half of them here and then half of them at work so I can just not lose the plot. I remember last time I was always trying to be at work all day, but I think for my mental health I'm trying to figure out a way to do this that's going to help me. I'm not sure if this is really the way or not. I think something I'm struggling with, which it's not an issue, but it's like coming back and everyone being like, wow, you'll be so well rested. In comparison to doing Nutcracker, I can completely understand why people would say that. But I feel like weird because I come back and I don't feel super rested, to be honest. I feel drained, and I don't quite know why, because I should feel rested. When you're not injured, you forget that like injuries, especially surgery, is super painful. Where you can take a break from ballet, everyone has their day off. I don't get a day off from surgery. Like, having surgery is a full-time job. For the last 4 weeks I haven't been able to walk properly, and every step is painful and you don't get a break from that, so mentally that is just exhausting. And I do not want to complain, and I'm not going to cry on camera, but I think I've been finding the reality of that difficult to be like, well, I should be coming back feeling super rested and super ready to take on the world, but I actually feel quite drained and tired, maybe even more than I was before. So I'm struggling to find that best version of myself right now, but that's okay. We are going to go through this. Just right now we're having some weak moments, and that is part of life. We're going to keep trying, we're going to keep working, and we're just going to walk through this difficult patch and we will get out the other side. These first few days back at the company were pretty tough. I actually am even finding it quite hard to talk about. I've been trying to record this video and these voiceovers for a while now, and it's difficult to speak about. I think I was just at a very difficult point in my recovery journey. I think I have already done this not so long ago, and I just wasn't really very excited about doing it again. I think the first time it seemed like it was a challenge and something to almost enjoy, but this time around it just felt like, wow, I've done this already. There's nothing new or exciting about it. I know the process and it's not super fun, and I just want to get to the other side, which wasn't the best mentality to go in with, but to be honest, that is where I was. This is my first time in a studio for 4 weeks. I don't feel a whole lot of joy. I've been in the gym for 5 hours and I haven't seen daylight, so I probably just need to go out and get some fresh air. Rehab exercises take way longer than you think because you do lots of reps of low intensity exercises, because they're low intensity, you have to do lots of reps of them. But then once you actually are able to do more higher intensity stuff, you don't have to do as many reps to get the same amount like of benefit from it. I just feel like I've been doing feet exercises and rises for hours, but I should not complain. I'm extremely lucky to have the facilities I have here to train, and I'm glad to have the space and equipment to do it now, because at home it was getting a bit tricky. Seeing your friends and colleagues is so great. I just wish I was dancing with them right now. I'm gonna get through this. It says that all things work together for good to those who love God and live according to his purpose, so it's gonna work out. So on this particular day, I had an apartment viewing because the estate agencies I was talking to kind of called me up and was like, do you want to see this apartment? And I was like, why not? I'm not really looking at apartments right now because there's a whole thing on leaseholds and service charges in the news, and I'm kind of just wanting to stay away from that. In addition, kind of surgery has hijacked my brain space for the present moment, so apartment hunting is on the side hustle right now. But me and lovely new flatmate Florence decorated our little apartment with a few little Christmassy things, which I didn't get the chance to do last year, so this was super fun to do and made me feel very festive and in the season, and it was lovely to get to know Florence a bit better. She is a wonderful human being, and I can't wait to introduce you to her more in the coming vlogs. The next morning I got up and did some quiet time before, of course, getting back to the gym, back to the training. I haven't recorded too many clips here because it is pretty repetitive, and I have to do just the same exercises every single day for a few hours a day. Every day the stability was coming back pretty quick though, and I was trying to do a few tondus a day, but to be honest, ballet still felt so far. Everyone, I feel like I haven't vlogged in a while. I have currently got my feet in ice and it's freezing cold in my apartment, so oh my days, it is winter again. I just finished a day of rehab, another day of rehab. An hour and a half with Rachel Parker doing Pilates, which is great, reformer Pilates. I always go to the gym and think, you know, just gonna bash it out, all the rehab I need to do, but I end up being in there for like 3 hours, and I don't know how I end up being there so long. There's a lot of reps, that's why, oh. So these are knockoff earbuds, and they don't work. My brother bought counterfeit ones by accident, and I inherited them. So I have run out of AirPods because I keep losing them. So yeah, rehab is, I'm just getting text through from my mum, if you can see me looking at my phone, and I sent her some photos of my foot saying it's less swollen, look, and she's just saying it still looks swollen, so that's great. I feel like mentally I've clocked out a little bit and just getting through the physical therapy because it can get boring. I'm on the up and up. I'm feeling a lot better than I did a couple of days ago. I'm going to try, it's my first kind of evening in on my own, so that's good because I just need to plan and just think, because my brain is just not working. Like, I can't plan and function the way that I want to, and I just don't know how to like get this to switch back on. I think maybe I've switched it off because I don't want to feel the emotions that I'm feeling right now. Just if I just switch my brain off to everything, I don't have to feel anything, but I do need to switch it on so I can plan how I am best going to do this. Sometimes when I plan though, I plan too much and I hurt myself. Right, I'm gonna go. See you tomorrow. Wednesday started bright and early with a session with Harvey Klein, but before that I got up, had breakfast and did some quiet time. It's been really hard at home to actually find space and time to kind of spend with the Lord. I find it actually much easier when I'm in my apartment on my own to kind of really connect in and lock into my Bible time and stuff, so that was really great to kind of be reconnecting with that. And then I did on Zoom a Harvey Klein session. I will link him down below. He has been so helpful with me kind of just getting moving back after surgery, because his sessions were almost very basic but activated all those deeper muscles and reconnected me with every part of my body. After that I got ready for work and took my Teddy Blake handbag with me, which I will talk about later in the vlog, but do check the link in the description if you want to grab yourself one of those, because it is beautiful. I got to the gym and trust me when I say there was so many rises. I needed to get the strength back into my ankle as quickly as possible, so this is what was taking up most of my time. But I did take a quick pit stop break with my friend Mimi. She picked me up and we had like a little brunchy lunchy moment, which was actually really, really nice and good respite before finishing the rest of my leg program when I got back. Ended up being quite a long day. And funny enough, sometimes when I'm working, I can almost pretend that I'm not injured, but then I watch these videos back and realise how stiff my surgery ankle is, and it's like, nope, we still got a little bit of a way to go. And then I finished off the day with a little bit of reformer, because I've been taking reformer classes with Rachel Parker recently, and that has been so helpful because I'm not being able to weight bear for as long periods of time as I was before. So kind of doing the reformer puts some weight through that ankle, but doesn't put too much pressure on it as a standing exercise would. So I've been finding that super duper helpful and enjoyable. I finished the day with a bike session. I really don't particularly like the bike, but very necessary. I've been trying to ensure that my recovery side of things is just as good as my training, so icing every single night usually brings the pain and swelling down at the end of a long day. I always turn this camera on and realise I haven't taken my makeup off properly. I don't know if that's makeup or if that's actually just the rings under my eyes. I can't tell. Probably a bit of both. It's been a long day. I had Harvey in the morning. I will link him down below. And then went to work, did half my rehab stuff. I went to lunch with Mimi, got my Secret Santa gift, and back to work. The rest of my rehab program, did my stretches, did a bit of reformer, did 25 minutes on the bike, stretched out, left the building finally. Like, I talked to a colleague and then left the building finally at 7, then realised I'd not got the ice, so I had to go back in, get the ice. Then I was leaving the place and I forgot my pass, or I misplaced my pass, so I spent 5-10 minutes trying to find my pass, and then got home, made dinner, then had a hot bath with Epsom salts, then washed up dinner, and now we are done for the day. Tomorrow I have to be in work at 8:30 to do metabolic rate testing. So I was hoping to get around to editing a bit of the vlog today, and I just have not had any time. I'm quite enjoying being busy again. I'd tape maybe just take it a bit easier tomorrow and just give myself a bit more time. Saying that, I've got another session with Rachel Parker Pilates tomorrow, which I love. I'm gonna go. Bye. So this first weekend was a little bit rough. I think my body was reacting to just how much more load I had. I did a reformer session on the Saturday. We had Secret Santa at work, but honestly I was so tired that I ended up just watching the Strictly final back at home after my Secret Santa, and then going out with a friend on Sunday, but that was about it. So I'm just rolling out after a long day of doing nothing. No, I'm joking. I went to church and I saw my friend. I just want to say a big shout out to my friends because of how down I was feeling this morning. I tried to cancel. They held me accountable. Good for me to see them, because after seeing them I feel so much better. Thank you, Matilda and Kirsten. I appreciate your friendship so much. So it was Monday, 5 weeks post-surgery, and this is how the ankle was looking. It was definitely getting more mobility through it, more strength. The calves were coming back, and it was my first day back at the ballet bar. Honestly, it was so simple. My knees were definitely hurting a little bit from turning out again, so I had to take it really, really easy. I remembered from last time that just pushing it only got me further back in my recovery, so I really tried to restrain myself. It was literally such a short session, but it was so good to be back at the ballet bar. So today I did my first 15 minutes of flat bar. I'm just taking care of my knee a little bit because my knee's been a little bit temperamental, just getting back into things. And last time I had real problems with my knee, so I'm trying to be really respectful of it. I'm now just off to Pilates. Today I woke up feeling really quite rough, but I'm deciding I'm gonna have a good day. I'm thanking God for everything He is doing in my life and how blessed I am, because I have so much, and I'm gonna dwell on those things. Some of the things that I'm thankful for today is the fact that I have one working ankle that has had a successful surgery, that I have a company where I can work and get myself back to full health, that I have supportive colleagues, that I have a supportive family, that I can be here in my beautiful bathroom and sing to my hairbrush. That needs to be cleaned. I should need to do that. So today I'm going to choose to be joyful and happy. I think what happens is I put loads of pressure on myself to feel like I have to achieve something. And if I don't do that, that's what my happiness depends on. But today I'm just going to be happy and see what my body gives me and be happy with whatever that is. If that is just going for a walk, or if it's doing everything in my program, which it will be everything in my program, then it's enough. If my body doesn't give me everything that I need it to, it's not a failure, it's just part of the process for today. I'm going to get the work done, I'm going to come back, I'm going to do some editing, and then I'm meeting my friend in the evening for coffee. I thought I'd share that this morning. I look like a ghost, but that's okay. I'm finding with the recovery process, I'm having great days, and then I'm having really bad days. But today was going to start to be a bad day, but we're going to just cut it. It doesn't have to be a bad day. Just because I'm in a little bit of pain doesn't mean it has to be a bad day. The beginning of dancing without pain in my ankles for the first time in my entire life. I don't know what that feels like, because I've always had these bones in my ankles. When I was younger, I was unaware of what they were. So they had more and more painful effects the later on in life I got, because my ankles got more and more irritated. Scar tissue around the bone probably got increased. So this is really exciting. This is an exciting opportunity to thank the Lord for everything that He's doing in my life and everything He will do, even if right now it feels rough. I'm going to stop rambling because I'm going to have to edit this later, but I just wanted to put that out there. If I declare it to the vlog, then maybe I might actually do it. So despite waking up in a bit of a funk, I got myself off to work with my Teddy Blake handbag, and we were off with the feet exercises once again. Honestly, I feel like I do about maybe an hour of feet exercises just to warm up, especially in these beginning stages, just to regain that mobility and the strength. I know I keep knocking on about it, but it was super important because of the demands we put on our ankles as ballet dancers. I also had these decline squats. I'd have to do 3 sets of 15 a day. I'm still doing these. This is to help with my patella tendon in my knee. And then I do, you can't see it here, but there's a wobble board underneath my foot. I do move the camera in a minute. I do 4 sets of 30 seconds on each of my feet for this exercise, and this just increases, again, that mobility and that strength and security with your ankles, because when you're doing ballet, one of the biggest things and the hardest things to come back after surgery is that stability, as I was saying earlier in the vlog. So we were doing all sorts of exercises, and as you'll see throughout the vlog, these exercises progress to becoming harder. And then this particular day I did a ballet bar on my own, so I took it really slow. You can see all the movements are just so slow. This is because my ankle couldn't work at such a fast speed just yet, and I was also being very careful with my knees not to do anything too crazy. I got back in the gym after I think I did about 20 minutes at the bar this day, and then did some hip aeroplanes on the wobble board. I do 3 sets of 15 on each leg of that. I've also got other exercises, you'll see them throughout the video. At the end of this day, I also did the full program of progressing ballet technique, which I find just connects me a bit with my dancer self, especially when I'm not dancing as much, and I really appreciate that, because I am a bunhead. I've just got to accept the fact that I am a bunhead. So this evening after training, I made this lovely soup because my friend is not very well, so I'm going to take some of the soup around to her. So nice to be able to do something like this because I never have the time.
I wanna sing songs while making dinner and cutting potatoes.
So before I knew it, it was Wednesday. Honestly, the days here in Birmingham went so fast. I think I just crammed them so full of everything, and I like living like that. Sometimes it can be exhausting and I need to still find a bit more of a balance, but I prefer to be busy and keep my mind super active with lots of different social things as well as a lot of training. It was so nice to be in studios where I could just kind of work on the things I'm able to. As you can see, my ankle was still really stiff, even though the ballet was coming back, but the ankle and the knee was still just causing, I don't want to say causing issues, they were just being a post-surgery ankle and knee. That was basically, there's nothing wrong with them, they're just coming back to life. That's all. With surgery, it's just about managing your body as it comes back, just like after an illness or a flu, but it's just a slightly longer process. And so it was Thursday. It was the day before I was going to go home for Christmas. I got to work nice and early this morning because I had a mission, okay, everybody? I had a mission to finally sort out my cubbyhole at work, because honestly, over the last like year or so, I have let it get in such a bad state. I don't know how I've allowed that to happen, but I finally fixed it. I spent a good hour just going through all my point shoes. I had to get rid of like 2 bags of point shoes, which I always think is such a waste, but I don't know how else to cope with the amount of point shoes I go through.
I'm chasing what feels true, like I am enough just because I'm sitting here with you. What if these songs were only ever for ordinary moments, humming along? To all the very ordinary moments. What if these songs were only ever for ordinary moments, humming along to all the very ordinary moments?
I'm in the changing room. I can actually set my camera up because my cubbyhole is no longer a mess, so that's helpful. Ready to go home. It's a bit earlier finish for me, 3:30, but I did come in earlier. My legs are so sore from all of the training, which is great. I love feeling worked. And today was really special because I got some help from a colleague. It was the first time that I feel like I can actually like start to feel like I can call myself a dancer again. I don't know, I never wasn't a dancer, but this is the first time that I'm feeling like, I don't know, the mentality is starting to feel more normal again, and it's just really exciting. We have good days and we have bad days. I just put on my point shoes for the first time since surgery. I mean, put on my point shoes, I mean I haven't actually danced in them. I just put them on my feet, people. We are not going up on point just yet. Don't get too excited, don't get carried away. I was going to do some extra reformer and floor bar and cross trainer maybe, but I did wake up in a bit of pain this morning, so I'm trying to be a bit more conservative. I came in, sorted out my cubbyhole, warm up feet exercises, an hour of like, very like mentally like thinking about technique bar work, my leg program, and then I stretched out. I haven't really done that much, but my legs feel like they've done like a 3-act ballet. They're so sore, so I'm gonna focus on my recovery today, and then tomorrow hopefully push a little bit harder before I go home for Christmas. Things are looking on the up and up. As I'm here, I don't know if you've been seeing it in some of the clips, but I love my Teddy Blake handbag. I got it in the summer, and some of you might have seen it and vouch for the quality of the leather because it looks still like brand new. I always thought it was more of a summer bag, but I've been wearing it in the winter, and it's nice when you have an item that you feel like you can use all year round. They also have given me another promo code if you guys want to go and get some. I know it's a bit late for the Christmas break, but maybe for New Year's as a special present to one of your friends, you might be able to grab this. It is like cheaper luxury brand, so if you want something like a super luxury but for a cheaper price, Teddy Blake is where it's at, so I definitely recommend checking them out. I will link them in the description down below, and the promo code is right here on the screen. Take this home with me for Christmas and use it at all my Christmas parties and stuff like that. I've been just using it as my regular handbag, and honestly the quality speaks for itself. So a few days ago I thought it would be an excellent idea to build some drawers. Well, not build them, to get some drawers, because I've got like a ton of stuff that just doesn't fit in my wardrobe and stuff. But this is the result, and am I regretting it? Not yet, but ask me in an hour. If I'm still doing this, then yes. You know what, guys? I got it done in half an hour. I did have to unscrew a bolt because I didn't read the instructions properly. That was my fault, but it didn't take too long to fix it, thank the Lord. And I was so chuffed to have this little point shoe, little drawer to put all my point shoes in. I've been kind of collecting them up. I need to sew them so that when I'm back on point, I have a big collection of them ready to go. If you know, a kind of supply and demand issue I've been having, but finally I've got like a little stock there, so I know I'll have shoes when I come back. So that makes me feel like quite ready to be back dancing fully. The next production is Cinderella, so that would be the one I'm aiming to kind of come back for. This is my last day at work today before coming home for Christmas, so that's exciting. I actually haven't felt excited about it because I felt like I only just got here, but today, I don't know, I'm feeling hopeful. I've got things in place so I can make sure I can work and rehab over Christmas. I'm feeling good. Hopefully that will continue. In Birmingham, because there's the Christmas markets, everything is so Christmassy, so I did want to take a few videos of all these little Christmas decorations on my commute to work. I could definitely feel like my ankle was the best it had felt since surgery on this particular day, so that was super exciting. Obviously I still did all of my warm-up feet exercises and did a full ballet bar. By this point I was doing a complete full ballet bar like the Dutch national ones online, and it was exciting to feel like I was making so much progress. I think this day was a really good day for my recovery. I think this was the best day I'd had since having it done, and everything was starting to kind of feel worth it. All the work I was doing in the gym was finally starting to pay off a bit, and I was starting to feel like more myself, more in my own body. Everything was kind of coming back together. The work didn't seem so difficult because the muscles were getting stronger, and it was just a really good way to have my last session here of 2024 before I went home for Christmas. I felt like a little bit of a shame that I was going home because I felt like I was making so much progress, but to be honest, with recovery it's not a bad thing that when you reach that point to have a little bit more time to rest and recover, because you can really risk hurting yourself if you push beyond that point too much. So I left the gym and got myself a wonderful poke bowl to have on the train home, and it's quite a long journey for me to get back, so I did take a little snooze, and of course I iced my feet as soon as I got home. And then it was time for Christmas, which I will be covering in another vlog, so do not worry, the Christmas content is coming, the recovery content is coming. I'm just really thankful that you guys are on this journey with me. I know that it's been a bit of a struggle, and I have read all of your comments. I haven't been able to get back to them all just yet, but I do appreciate all of your support, and I understand that what I'm going through is not nearly as tough as what some other people are going through, so I just want to validate that. Make sure to comment this emoji if you made it to the end of this colossal vlog. It's like literally almost half an hour. And make sure to check out Teddy Blake. I will link it all in the description down below. Grab yourself that promo code which gets you $30 off. Once again, guys, just thank you for joining me on this journey. It's a tough one right now, but I'm still dreaming big and making it happen. Love you guys loads.